Hello everybody and welcome to my channel. Now before I start making this recipe, I just want to say something. I do have already a recipe on chocolate cake, but this chocolate cake, I promise, I'm not just saying this because it's my recipe, but this is a secret recipe that I had, and I was talking to some of my viewers about this recipe, and I finally decided to share it. Now what you gotta do before you start making it, you just gotta subscribe to my channel and run to the kitchen and start making this recipe, because I promise you the best results ever. You're just gonna judge on that. So let's get started by this easy but the most delicious chocolate cake out there. Let's get started. Okay, you might find some of the ingredients weird, but it's fine. And it's really good. So you're just gonna need some all-purpose flour, some eggs, some yogurt, some sugar, some baking powder, some cinnamon, salt, and instant coffee, which is optional, some extract, a little bit of whiskey, which is also optional, some butter, and here we have some cocoa powder. Let's get started. Okay, first step to do is basically put your all-purpose flour and your other ingredients. We're gonna sift them, but I have a little bit of cocoa powder that I mixed by accident, but you're just gonna need all-purpose flour alone. The cocoa powder is gonna go next. Here we have our all-purpose flour, our baking powder, cinnamon, salt, and the instant coffee. I'm just gonna sift that all together. My oven is preheated. Okay, once you're done sifting all of this, you're just gonna put it into a bowl. And you're just gonna add the sugar now. And also whisk this all together. Okay, that's the dry part of our cake batter. So leave that aside. We're gonna go to the wet ingredients and start mixing that. So this is the side and we're going to continue by the wet ingredients. Okay, now moving to our wet ingredients. I have here some butter. The recipe is going to be in the description box down below. Some butter and the yogurt. Just going to add them together. Might want to use a spatula. Okay. And we're gonna heat that on the stove, and then when it melts it just a little bit, we're just gonna add in the cocoa powder, whisk it all together, and we don't want to make it boil, we just want it to simmer. So I have this here, the one that they heat this, and when this is the butter is melted here, we're just gonna add the cocoa powder. Okay, now our butter has been melted, and as said, you don't want to boil this, we just want it to simmer. You're going to add the cocoa powder in. Just like that. Okay, stir in your cocoa powder till fully combined. You want this to be smooth. Okay, when the chocolate is fully combined and it looks smooth, you're just going to take our dry ingredients that we made earlier. Just going to add in this warm sauce. And okay, just like this. And you want to whisk it for about 2 minutes to get the lumps out. It's going to be really good. Okay, when we have mixed this, we're just going to add in the whiskey, which is optional, and the vanilla extract or any extract you want. And the 2 eggs. We're just gonna add in 1 egg at a time. Hopefully only one falls. Okay, and one just fell. We're just gonna whisk this till the egg disappears. As you can see, we're doing this recipe using a whisk. Not any mixers needed or anything. So that's a really great recipe. Okay, just gonna add in the second egg. Whisk that all together. Okay, now after whisking, it's done. It's a very easy recipe and very simple. Just gonna take my spatula just to do the sides to make sure everything is fully combined. And I don't know if you can tell, but this batter is so satiny and so beautiful. Told you this was the secret recipe. I'm sharing this with everyone so everyone can have the best results. And you gotta promise me you're gonna go do it in your kitchen and tell me down in the comment down box below how it turns out for you. So combine. Take my pan that has been greased. I used some non-stick spray. Just gonna add in this batter in. Oh my god, this looks so good. Just like that. Okay, and you gotta bake this in a 350-degree oven for about, I'd say, 30 to 40 minutes. And ovens vary so much and they can be so different in timing. So after like 13 minutes, you want to get a toothpick and insert it in the middle. If it comes out clean with no wet batter or anything, take it out. If it still has wet batter, let it in for 5 to 10 minutes more. So I'm just gonna pop this in the oven and I'm gonna show you the result when this bakes.